Welcome back, Trapped Offside. New week, new episode. What a crazy game week. Spankings all across the board. Arsenal getting spanked, United getting spanked, Leicester getting spanked. Oh man, what a game week.
Ole getting spanked.
Only at the wheel. We wanted that at Stamford Bridge next week, but unfortunately that's not happening. We're going to discuss that as well. The wheel has crashed. We will. We also have two guests back with us. One back and one for us with the first time. John supporting Liverpool. John, how are you doing?
All good, guys. Thanks for having me on the show, man. It's
Of
pretty
course,
exciting.
of course, all good. 4-0. You're
Yeah.
All right, have some respect. Okay, have some respect.
No, but to be honest, we were amazing in the second half. To be honest, in the first half, it was really tough against Arsenal. They gave Ramsdale was really saving their ass. To be fair, but in the second half, we just dominated them, man.
Yeah, I agree, man.
I have a 10-minute monologue plan for this. Is what I'm going with.
Okay, before you go into it, like for me personally about the game, Arsenal-Liverpool, I loved the way Arsenal played first half. And I was not joking when I said I really wanted Arsenal to win. I was not joking. I actually wanted them to win for selfish reasons, for Chelsea to get whatever. But they actually turned up first half. Brilliant display, good defensive performance. Actually, I think Liverpool didn't even have much to do. Like, it was not crazy, the amount of shots they had on target. And even their quick passing, but they did press a lot, and that's Liverpool's game in general. They do press a lot, but second half was just ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't understand how you can keep someone on who makes so many mistakes back to back. And though that to see, he as a player should be thinking you don't carry the ball that long when you're making so many mistakes. You get rid of it. They're going to press you. So that was my biggest disappointment with everything. And when even the first goal, Mane, super short guy in between two of their, I think one was Gabriel. I don't know who the other guy was.
Yeah. It was so the problem with that play was that
Tavares, right?
Tavares was there, but the problem was that they were playing an offside trap except for Tomiyasu. So they got caught out, and that's how Mane got so far ahead. And he's the smallest guy, regardless.
Mane is a very good header of the ball. Yeah, Mane is a very good header of the ball.
He definitely
stay close to him. Stay close to him. Wing. That's my point. Stay close to him.
But Gabriel is like 6'2", and Ben White's still like bigger than Mane. Either of them.
But you know what it is? The thing with Mane that goes under the radar a lot is he off the ball. He is a very good runner. The runs he makes. And the spaces that he gets into, he's very underrated in that aspect. And that's why he's always ready in front of goal to make those shots.
Also, that cross by Trent was insane.
Yeah, Trent was
it's pinpoint perfect.
His right foot is just so good. It's so
incredible. Good. I will say Mane annoys me a lot because he does some very dangerous things in the game. Like he undercut Tomiyasu twice, and he had a scissor tackle on Ben White.
You gotta be dirty sometimes. Reminds me of Diego Costa. You just gotta wind people up.
Love bring the shithousery, man. Bring the shithousery. I love it.
No, shithousery is fine, but like dangerous tackles is a different thing. Like
you need to get under
this out of bounds tackle.
You need to tackle. You need to let the.
Yeah, that was dangerous. I remember that one, Ben White.
Yeah.
But that second half when they started that press, that was I don't know what Klopp said to them at halftime, but they just came out with some next energy. And I think after the first...
I think it was also that whole heated argument with Arteta that got that thing out of Klopp. And he was like, you know what?
Again, you would expect that from Liverpool. You should not be surprised. They're going to come out second half to get...
No, but I think it's just fueled his anger more with the team. Exactly. Because he was just disappointed in their performance in the first half that they couldn't create any opportunities in the first half, basically.
And I think Arteta, after the first two times they got caught out, they were lucky that Liverpool didn't capitalize and score. But after that, I think Arteta should have sent a message out that, guys, stop playing out the back, at least for like the next 5-10 minutes.
100%.
Clear the ball out, try to get it upfield, regroup yourselves, and then you can maybe stop playing out of the back. But they kept making the same mistake, and it was inevitable.
But I have a question, Kunaal. Does that go down to Arteta's management to a certain extent?
I think part of it is on him, but
also the players.
Players, I think, have a much bigger part in that because I did see in the second half, the camera panned to Arteta, and he's like, attack. But these guys were still playing out the back. So I think maybe something got lost in translation during that second half, but it looked like they weren't playing his new instructions because they're so used to having this scripted instruction from Arteta. That's the biggest fault with this Arsenal team right now is that they play kind of one way. I don't think they're able to play. I don't think we have any second half adjustments. Like usually, if we're down in the first half, I don't see us winning in the second half. That's my biggest issue with the way he manages the team. Like it doesn't open them up for more creativity.
They were. We were talking earlier. They're so drilled into the system that they lose their individual brilliance or their instinct almost. They're so engrossed in the system that they don't know when to plug out. Because as we were talking earlier, there were so many instances where there were one-on-ones against Liverpool defenders, but they weren't taking those one-on-one battles. And sometimes you need kind of players of a certain level and brilliance, and that's where I think you could see the difference to a Smith Rowe versus on the left wing versus maybe a Salah or a Mane. You can see the difference where even though they play a system, they know how to kind of switch out of that system and do what they do almost in a certain aspect. And Mane is a very underrated player, I'd say. If he was a British player, like say a Rashford, I'm telling you, he would be getting a lot more accolades. I really, because his work off the ball, not only making the runs, but even the help defensively to Robertson, I think it's very, very underrated. He's a very, very underrated player. If it wasn't for Salah being in the same team as him, I think Mane would have got a lot more accolades for that Liverpool squad. And then the other question is, listen, who would have won that fight between Arteta and Klopp, man? Because
last time it was Lampard. Last time he picked a fight with Lampard.
Listen, I don't think Arteta wants that smoke, man, with that Zara suit and everything. He don't want that smoke from Klopp, man.
we should know that Klopp's not going to actually start shit because of that suit.
You know what? For me, I think Arsenal try to play out from the back, but they don't have the players to play out from the back. Because
I disagree.
No, I'll tell you why. Because when you play out from the back, it's not only your back line, like your centre backs, it's also your DMs that need to be that should have that ball retention capability and also understand the play. Because
confidence of holding the ball if you're under pressure.
Exactly. If you look at the teams that play out from the back really well, like City and Chelsea, you have Jorginho coming into that role. You have Rodri or Fernandinho coming into that role to help the centre backs out. But if you look at I think you would agree that one of your weak links in the team is Lokonga, right?
I actually think he's better than people give him credit for. The thing is, so if you look at the first half, we were actually playing really well out of the back. We were until about the 40th minute, we were playing really well, and that was when the scuffle happened between Arteta and Klopp. So at that point, it looked like the fans really boosted the Liverpool team and the midfield, and that's when the midfield started putting the clamps on. And I think against any other team outside of maybe Chelsea, Liverpool, and City, this team can play out of the back really, really well.
Yeah, of course. But when it comes to that constant pressure, because those good teams are going to sense that, right? And they're going to, the way they apply the pressure to that back line, I don't think that over 90 minutes, like you can hold out, like Arsenal were doing so well at the beginning, right? Like soaking up that pressure. But over 90 minutes, these good teams are going to sense that and they're going to take advantage of it. And I think when that pressure is applied in, let's say over 45 minutes in the second half where Arsenal couldn't handle it, I think that's where the issues come in with playing from the back.
In my opinion, they're still very good on the ball, even under pressure. But the problem is the youth kind of came out. So once they got that first goal, it kind of started adding more and more pressure to them, which with age, it's going to give them a little more confidence to play that even when they're down a goal or two goals. So I do think I think Lokonga's ability on the ball is really, really good. I mean, he's had some turns that I'd say 25-year-old players haven't been able to have. He's done really well. And this is Partey's first game back from injury as well. I think that played another role.
He's a key player for that system.
100%.
He's a key player for that system.
Because he's also very solid on the ball. I think
he's physically strong.
And he had a good strike as well, right? Which Alisson saved.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That would have changed everything for me.
And also shout out, Arteta is I think one of the best dressed managers, by the way. Absolutely
the nicest hairline, but being at Arsenal, it's starting to go back a little.
Bro, his sweater, his suit, he dressed up really well.
He's one of those players whose hairstyle hasn't changed over like Gerrard and Who
Oh, yeah,
else?
Gerrard's
Lampard
gonna give him a
also.
shout though.
Even
Gerrard,
Lampard.
all of
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
all of them.
Nah, bro, Mancini is the guy, bro.
yeah, but
Mancini.
Mancini, of
Remember
course,
him
talking
in
about the
the.
league.
But he's Italian, bro.
Yeah,
So
He's
you
in
can
Armani
okay,
expect
suit.
fair
He's
enough.
in
Yeah,
Armani
Fair
sure.
enough.
suit. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
as long as you say only in the Premier League,
But
that's
come on,
fair
but
enough.
what about Conte's suits, bro? Come on.
Oh yeah, but yo,
Yeah.
Gerrard looked the part yesterday. Yeah, let's be honest.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. He's giving.
And good
He's
for them. Good
giving
for him.
like he's
He's happy.
giving good competition to Arteta though.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
will.
By the way, the Tottenham Leeds game is back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, I
I
expect it.
don't even have that.
What's
Uh,
the score?
I'm
Burton,
surprised you don't have a
0-0.
Tottenham
Yes.
jersey in the background.
Yeah, he does. That's why he's not
It's
showing
in
it.
it's in my heart, bro.
Yeah.
Conte is in
Oh
my
my
heart.
god, you make me sick, man.
Burton, just
Yeah,
on
yeah,
your
yeah.
point,
Yeah.
just on your point for Arsenal, I don't think there's a problem in the defense and their midfield over there. I think where Arsenal struggles are way ahead. Because if you look at their spine, they have a Ramsdale at the back, they have a Ben White and Gabriel right in front of them, and they have a Lokonga who I do agree he's new, but I think he's really good on the ball. He's very physical, and with the Partey to develop him, it is a balance of inexperience and experience. What they struggle is somebody in that hole right in front of them and on the wing. You cannot play a person like Aubameyang on the left because he's a goal poacher. He's not a creative player. You can't just expect him to run straight. You need a creative winger over there. And I think they lack a proper creative person. Like, I mean, back in the day, they used to have like a Cazorla. They used to have Cesc Fabregas. They used to have a Nasri. They used to have an Ozil. They're missing that creativity right in front of that spot. Because if you see, the biggest problems that they had was actually in the final third. They were getting the ball up there. It was just in the final third that it was breaking down. But it's like against a low block team, they're really good. It's weird because Man United are not good against a low block, but against a low block team, these guys are good. But when it comes to an attacking Liverpool team, like they struggle a bit. But I think it's more of the attack that needs a little bit of a fix than the defense. I
agree with you. I agree with you.
think-
I think I'm not saying they have a bad squad or a bad back line. Like I said, I personally am a big fan of the squad, and I think they're a better squad than Spurs. But I was saying in the system of playing from the back, I don't think that back line is capable of handling the pressure against the big teams in a playing from the back system. But generally, they are a good back line. I agree. And I just
even ball retention, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think they're going to get there. I mean, again, the direction should have changed.
Yeah.
The direction should have changed at halftime. And it feels like they tried to play the exact same way, which they were succeeding with before the high press. Like the the press that Liverpool put, like,
insane.
It was unbelievable. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a team press that much, that consistently.
With that intensity.
The problem, especially with Tavares, was that he was holding on to the ball way too long. Like with a press like that, if you don't get the ball out of your feet within like 3 seconds or 4 seconds, they're on your ass. And you're gonna make a mistake. And the pass, man, like I still rate the guy. I still rate Nuno Tavares, but that pass was one of the worst mistakes I've ever seen in my life.
SHEGZ, welcome. You came just in time to speak on Arsenal.
Just before SHEGZ starts, I have one more issue with Arsenal. The thing is, when you're playing Lacazette and Aubameyang up front, technically they're playing together. I don't know if that was a plan, but Lacazette was always on the halfway line, always.
No, he's playing a midfield role right now.
Agreed, but he's a striker. You know,
Jithin.
He's playing.
Jithin,
he's playing the role that Kane was playing at Spurs under Mourinho.
Yeah.
So because they don't have, they want an extra person in midfield to create and ball retention, and he's good at that.
But you know why?
I still feel he should play his role. That's all.
No, but his link-up play. Sorry, go ahead.
His link-up play with Aubameyang is beautiful. I understand that. Like very well. I understand that. But yesterday I think he had one ball he put through to Aubameyang, if I remember. One ball. You're really cutting off his capabilities a lot when he's so deep down in the field.
Yeah, but you're also playing Liverpool, you play so high up.
And I agree.
Exactly.
One goal down.
Exactly, Kidwai. Yep.
You're one goal down. I agree. You're playing Liverpool. You play the best club in the world. I don't care. But now you want to get a goal, right? You want to get a goal,
right?
Honestly, this is controversial, but I would keep Lacazette and find a replacement for Oba, because I think Lacazette's his ability on the ball to create goals for himself. I feel like Aubameyang, he does have a little bit of that, but I don't see him taking players on. I don't see him holding the ball well.
I agree. But all I saw from Lacazette, he was way away from the goal. That's my point. Agree. Let him be creative. Let him be. I don't mind. But he wasn't.
So who do you think
He,
will be a
he,
better
he was in the half.
replacement
He was in
for
the
Oba?
half line most of the time.
Yeah,
So
but
where is he going to create a chance for him to go and
yeah,
score a goal when he's so far away from the goal?
No,
I agree.
I
You're
hear
playing
you.
Liverpool.
but
I'm talking
Jithin,
about.
no,
I'm talking
but
about the next game.
the
That's
ball's
all.
not
Like
getting there. Even if he's further
agreed.
up, he's closer to the goal. Who's going to get the ball?
I think you have to build the midfield then. I think
No,
exactly.
you really
Jithin,
have to build the midfield.
Jithin,
The
and
But if
that's
he
what
moves out from there, yeah, he's going to get run over by that Liverpool midfield. The number of players they have in that midfield, if Lacazette is not back there helping out, there's no chance that he's even going to ever see the ball, ever touch the ball. Impossible.
I don't know. I mean, I
Jithin.
don't think. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, man. Sorry.
No. So literally, it was just on your point of Lacazette. I think what Arteta was trying to play is by bringing Lacazette, because Lacazette usually doesn't always start. What he was trying to do, overload the midfield, have Lacazette get the ball, drop it off to a midfielder so that Aubameyang can just go over the top across from Trent or Alexander-Arnold. What happened was it just wasn't working out. So
Yeah.
that's why he used him. Otherwise, he usually plays Auba in the middle, and he has Smith Rowe on the left, if I'm correct, and Saka on the right, or Pepe, or vice versa. But I think what he tried to do against Liverpool was bring Lacazette deep, overload the midfield. He gets the ball, receives the ball, because he's very good at holding off defenders. That guy plays off to a close defender, and it's just a straight run. Like he just wanted some direct balls to Auba, and I think it just didn't pan out in the game itself.
The amount of
starting? Sorry, what about starting Lacazette and Odegaard, for instance, with Auba as well?
No, because then we get run up in the midfield.
Exactly.
We'd have
There's no
defense in
balance.
midfield.
No balance, no pace.
Again, I have to give credit to Liverpool because the amount of balls that like Fabinho and Van Dijk cut off were like there were 2 or 3 opportunities.
Even
where
that one tackle from Fabinho at the half
on
line.
Saka.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes.
Yeah.
We got whooped by the better team. Like I will say there is shame in losing 11-0 to the 3 top clubs. That there's definitely not great signs in that, but we did lose to Chelsea and City without most of our players.
Yeah, fairly early.
John, what are you saying for
a lot of credit for it.
what are you saying for expectations of Liverpool this season? Like, do you think you guys have enough in terms of depth to go to make it in all go far in the UCL as well as the league, like all the way to the end of the season? Like, given you have AFCON and you have all these other things right in between.
After January, I think I'll be able to make a comment on this because it's a very tricky month for Liverpool. It's always been. Even the season where we won the Premier League, after Jan, we started messing up. Like we lost to Watford, and then we lost that full thing of like the unbeatables that Arsenal did as well. Invincibles, sorry, unbeatables.
It was both, I guess.
So then I think January is going to be a very defining moment for Liverpool. If Salah and Mane come back all fit, all good, it'll be brilliant. But when they are gone, it'll be really tricky to see how Klopp works it out between the team, because I feel he's going to like incorporate people like Oxlade-Chamberlain a lot more during that time. That's why he played him yesterday as well, I think. But usually I don't actually like watching Chamberlain in midfield. I like to see him on the wings because he's a winger, man. Like he's a guy who'll run on the wings. He'll get in those crosses. Sometimes he plays a little inside where he drifts inside and he takes in those long shots, those long ranges, and he has a beautiful right foot, no doubt. But I feel Oxlade-Chamberlain should be played more as a winger, like according to me, because he has that pace, he has that creative capability, but not in midfield. Like he's not a person who like come receive the ball, hold that defender up, and maybe like turn him or play the ball back. He's the kind of guy that wants to run behind players, like just take someone on and like just dribble
But he
across.
did well yesterday, though.
He did well.
He had a good game.
Yeah, I was actually surprised he did well.
During AFCON, your front 3 is what? Jota, Firmino, and Oxlade? Okay. Is that your front 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if Javier Elliott is back, I would take Javier Elliott as well.
Javier Elliott is not going to be back anytime soon.
I think he's out for the season.
He's injured. Firmino is injured, SHEGZ. I believe Firmino has a hamstring injury or something. Will he be back by then?
He should be back by then.
Another week or so, and he'll be back.
Oh, so
this is Jan, right? This is Jan.
Yeah, this is later, much
later.
Yeah.
This is in
Jan.
Jan.
Jota, Firmino, and Oxford.
Are you saying you drop Minamino?
I mean, I was just going to talk
about Minamino.
Yeah?
Minamino in midfield. I want Minamino in midfield.
Why not? Why not? What are you thinking?
Wouldn't you put
him as a cam. I want him to play as a cam because he's a creative player.
Fabinho, and Henderson.
Yeah, definitely.
But Minamino in front and Fabinho Henderson behind.
Yeah, definitely, obviously.
Like a triangle.
Yeah, like a triangle. I want like because Fabinho is always the defensive midfielder.
Yeah, but Liverpool generally play just a single CDM, which is Fabinho, and then you have Henderson on the right.
No, but Henderson also plays like a CDM, but he'll always like go ahead because he's like a more box to box kind of person.
He has Fabinho behind him to cover.
Yeah, because he has Fabinho behind to cover his ass. So his defensive capabilities don't get exposed actually, to be honest, because of Fabinho.
When you keep that much of the ball, it's.
Yeah, exactly. We do keep a lot of the ball, but
SHEGZ, what are you saying? You look confused.
I mean, I think this Liverpool.
No, bro, because see, I'm not speaking from a fan point of view, bro. I definitely want to see Minamino play. Yeah, but the thing is, Klopp is going to play Oxlade-Chamberlain because I know this. Because yesterday, he could have started Minamino. But he always goes with Ox because Ox is always his first choice in the midfield. But I would like to see him on the wing. And that's what Klopp is going to do during January.
I don't understand because Minamino's a striker or a winger.
Left winger.
I've never left winger or striker. I think when he went to, where did he go last season? Was it Bournemouth or some other team?
Southampton.
I knew it was a coastal team. They were crap. But anyway, he played up front for them and he was okay. And I think this season he's got 3 goals already. He's the kind of guy you want like sort of in and around the top. But anyway, let's talk about Arsenal. Let's just go back to that one.
We already talked about Arsenal, man.
Yeah, it's your turn, SHEGZ. I know you're blushing already.
Take it away. Take it away.
Look. I actually have nothing bad to say, which is very strange. I actually have nothing bad to say. I think Arsenal put their best foot forward. I think they played as well as they possibly could. But look, Liverpool right now, this Genga pressing business, they've taken it to like level 3000. It's because like that Tavares one, everyone say, oh, you should have passed it. But passed to who? Like if you looked on the pitch at that moment, everybody was marked. It was like to who?
Like he panicked. Ball retention, right? He couldn't.
Clear it. Because it's not the first
I would have cleared it up.
Rule 101.
Clear it. 2-3 times before Tavares made the mistake. So clear it.
Exactly. So then he clears it. Liverpool get the ball. They attack again. So he's like his coach is telling him find a way to like just hold the ball for a second so we can breathe, and otherwise they just keep coming, and that's what Liverpool do. So I think that Arsenal team is the best Arsenal team that they have right now. I think anybody else who they brought in they'd have conceded like 6 goals. I think like you guys said, Lacazette. I think he's amazing in that cam role that he's trying to be reinvented into. I like it for him. I think he's able to play. He's definitely not going to score as many goals as he used to, but he does a lot more for the team. I think that's a lot more important.
And I think sorry, Jithin, go ahead.
No, sorry, but that doesn't work for them because Oba is misfiring as well. You know what I'm saying?
But
if you have
that is my worry.
Yeah.
You're not getting goals from anywhere else. You're going to expect Smith Rowe to keep scoring? No. That's my fear for Arsenal over the season.
No.
Look, Kunaal, who would you
first,
take
I'm just
on
personally
as a
saying,
striker,
I might be wrong, but I'm personally saying this could be a downfall to a certain extent for Arsenal's progress.
Jithin, given the squad, what would be your front line for Arsenal?
I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. To be honest,
so you're saying you want to play Lacazette as a centre forward, right?
I would want to try because Oba is not giving anything to the team. I don't know. Oba is just not giving anything, and I don't see it. Yesterday when I sat and watched the whole game. So I just saw how the team plays.
He's like Lukaku. He's just off form for a few games, Fair enough. The same way you believe in
Sancho
Lukaku.
as well. Just like Sancho as well. I get it.
Nah, SHEGZ, allow it. SHEGZ, allow it, bro. Allow it, bro. Please, allow it, man. No.
I don't know.
No, you can't go at Chelsea.
I still don't know which international break SHEGZ is talking about because I'm still waiting for that international break.
It's coming.
2024.
2024.
SHEGZ, you know what? I don't even see it as a diss because they do play a similar role. The way Lacazette is playing. It's just that Lukaku, Lacazette is a poor man's Lukaku, basically.
100%. 100%. Except he's got a better touch. He's got a bit more movement about him. you know,
Yeah,
and all
No,
that.
I love
Currently
Lacazette.
debatable. Currently debatable.
I feel
Yeah,
Lacazette is he's a really good player. Lacazette. I feel he has so much potential. Such a good player. He has a good shot in him. He's got good control, good pass, good vision. That's why I'm saying I feel like he's being with the structure, with the system, with the players you have.
Look,
He's being
But
limited.
Jithin, if you look at how Giroud was played, right? It's a similar thing because the physicality, they use their body, they hold up play as well, they link up well with the wingers and the striker. So that kind of player you always want to use as like your second striker, basically, like a hold up play, right?
Yeah,
That's how they're using.
Exactly,
absolutely fair
but I think the key thing is like what I started with. They faced an incredible Liverpool team.
yeah.
So
absolutely.
this system that you guys were like, oh, you guys are trashing, because I've seen other Arsenal games. It's insane.
They
Like
did well.
it's
Yeah.
insane.
No, I get it. Like that.
It's just
also,
this Liverpool side.
What a goal! Leeds scored. Danny
Let's
James
go.
from Manchester United. That's goal for Leeds.
dead baller, man. Daniel James, dead baller, bro. Load runner, man. Load runner, dead baller, man.
Beautiful cross.
My stream is still late. My stream
hey,
is still late, guys.
listen.
I'm still waiting for the goal.
Hey,
So John had a question for me earlier already, asking who I'd replace Oba with, and there are links to what's the Serbian striker?
Vlahovic.
Vlahovic.
Yeah, I think he'd.
Kunaal stream gets stuck.
Yeah, but a lot of clubs.
Am I stuck?
Yeah, you are stuck, but we can hear you.
All right.
There you
go. So I think he'd be a good replacement for someone who can actually create a shot on his own. But like you were saying, like we're not going to come up against Liverpool every week.
Yeah.
So I think this play between the bigger issue now is going to be Oba's going to be gone for AFCON. So who are we going to put it? We're going to put in Martinelli potentially.
I swear, I think that's a blessing. I swear that's going to be a blessing.
Bro, Martinelli is actually good,
Mark
man.
my words.
If you're going to play
good.
Lacazette in the cam role, Martinelli has that pace to run behind defenders, bro.
And I think he's more creative with the ball than Oba is.
And he actually can be used as a left winger as well, right? If I'm not mistaken.
For sure, yeah.
But ESR's just taking the left winger. No one's taking it off him.
I think he's
but if you play Martinelli on the left wing, you can play ESR.
ESR as striker, and also
in the middle. So you could play him as where Lacazette's playing right now and put Lacazette as a center forward.
Yeah, but like coming to like Jacob's point of playing Lacazette as a striker, like he was playing as a striker and Oba was playing on the left, and you could see that Oba was producing absolutely nothing. For the
but I'm talking about when Oba's gone. Like when
Oba is gone, of course. No, I'm just saying.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of Arsenal, Liverpool. I think we'll move on to Chelsea.
Hey, baby, hold up, boy. Still a little bit of Arsenal slander, real quick. He's not poor man's Lukaku. He's poor man's Craig David. That's what Lacazette is, man.
Yo, I would kill to be poor man's Craig David. Okay.
We all would.
Okay, moving on to Chelsea. Another dominating performance from Lil Tucci and the Blues. You know, so
all right. So we can be done talking about Chelsea now. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the most dominant displays I've seen from Chelsea this season.
Absolutely.
And if you take into consideration coming back from the international break, not having Lukaku and the early fixture, all those things combined, given all of that, the performance that we put up, I think was exceptional. I think there's this new style of play. I'm going to call it Tucci Taka now. That term was coined by me, so you can use it for free.
We should never have you introduce Chelsea matches ever again. I've never experienced so much chaos for my own team ever in my life. He's got Tucci Taka.
What do you mean? You came up with
that's a good one, right?
But Sanchez assisted, not even for United.
The Tucci Taka.
Bro, it sounds like a cereal. Have you had your Tucci Takas this morning? No. I'm not here for it. Man. But yeah, I'll leave.
I bet you'd like some Tucci Taka. Wouldn't you, Kunaal? After your 4-0 smashing.
Bro, I need some Wheaties, man. This guy needs some milk. He's strong on the ball.
Yeah, I'll leave it with the Chelsea boys to take it away because I think it was. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 performance.
Top performance. I think we all were like a little bit worried that coming after the international break, Leicester, we thought we'd concede. But no, again, great display defensively. Thiago Silva shut out. He absolutely shut out Vardy. Like, he knew literally every move that Vardy was going to make.
Vardy was playing yesterday?
No, he was into.
He had that one shot. He
One
had that one
yeah,
shot.
that's it.
And
And
another
Mendy,
thing-
focused as always.
He didn't have enough Red Bull.
and again, like no Lukaku, no Werner. Havertz is doing a half decent job filling
No
in that.
Kovacic.
But no Kovacic. But I read a stat: 13 goals from the Chelsea defenders, as compared to one from City and one from Liverpool.
As compared to a combined
whole
of the
Premier
rest of
League
the league,
combined.
12 goals.
12 goals. 13 goals from Chelsea defenders, right? And that's a sign, right, of like a squad that just knows how to get shit done. You know, you're not over reliant on one player. We're not looking for C's every day. You know what I mean? We're not looking for fumes to come in. Just get the job done.
17 different goal scorers this season.
Don't put me in this. I don't sue, man. I don't sue, man. I chill, man.
When you know Kante can run from midfield, go till the end and score with his left foot, you know they're having a great day. No one's going to stop Chelsea, guys.
That was
I don't know what they fed Kante.
Oh,
When he picked up the ball and he accelerated, I've never seen like that turn of pace was ridiculous, and the finish as well with his left foot in the corner, like it was.
If Kante
it's homemade food from his mum, bro.
It has to be. It has to be.
Has to be.
If
It's with love.
If Kante can get that a little creative, a little better with his passing, I think he's great because he can really carry the ball forward. If he can just put in that final pass and probably shoot more, I mean, he's not the greatest when it comes to striking the ball. But if he can,
did you watch yesterday's game with his left foot?
Yeah. Once in XYZ games, but if he can just do that consistently, or at least just put that final creative pass through, because he can really carry the ball forward. And also, just to add another stat, Reece James now has more goal contributions than Mr. Bruno Fernandes. Just letting you all know. So I think Kunaal, you were right. We can.
Wait. Sorry, guys. Quick question. Ahmed, who was your cam for your team of the season so far?
It wasn't my cam. But
Just answer the question.
Yeah, I said Bruno.
Say it again with your chest this time.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I think he's not going to be in the team of the season when we recap at the next international. I think it's top performance. Everyone was on point. Loved it. 3-0. We move.
Yeah.
Even I'm not going to waste too much time on this. Great performance.
I mean, you have to give them credit. You have to give them credit. The depth that you guys have.
Absolutely. No. Go ahead, Kunaal. I have things to say about Chelsea. You can go ahead first.
You can talk.
No, listen, man. As a rival fan, I'm not gonna lie. I'm freaking jealous. I mean, to a point where we were like bantering Chelsea at one point for like sacking Lampard. They get Tuchel. They go to a Champions League, and now this season, they're looking scary. And what's crazy is if you're watching the game, I mean, people call them boring, but I mean, 30 goals scored, 4 conceded. 30 goals scored, 4 conceded. All right. Reece James was absolutely cooking. That game could have been more goals if it wasn't for 3 goals, I believe, disallowed from offside.
And Chilwell hitting the crossbar.
Geez. It was, I mean, another clean sheet, another 3 goals, another win away from home, dominant in midfield. I mean, like, you know the word balanced, that they look like a proper balanced team. And what's crazy is they are without Lukaku. I mean, their players are just finding their feet right now. They're not even in full gear. And Tuchel has been literally schooling, I think, the rest of the coaches in terms of how to manage injuries and playing players that by playing players in a system that hides their deficiencies. Couple standouts like from that game, obviously Reece James, who's absolutely he's been cooking for like a while now. I mean, we didn't give a shout out, by the way, to TAA last on the Liverpool.
I did.
Like every time, I did hear, my bad. But like every time Reece James has a great performance, TAA also really delivers. But right now, I honestly, for me, it's 3 of them. Cancelo, him, and TAA are the best right wing backs or right backs, whatever you want to consider them. And then two other players I think who've been playing really well. Shalaba. Listen, man, listen. This kid. He's so good in carrying the ball right from the back to the front, driving into space. He's really good. And how old is he? Is he 18 or 20 something? 22. Oh, okay, fine. Sorry. But he's really young, right?
Academy,
and,
right? Academy.
He was on loan last season in Liga.
Okay. But listen, that guy is he's looking good. He's looking solid in this Klopp system. For him to come in with a group of veterans.
Tuchel system.
Yeah, but still, there's a Klopp
miss
again.
Klopp.
Yes.
You miss sorry, Klopp? Man. Listen. No.
It's the German influence.
Apologies on that because we need, and that's the problem. People don't put enough respect on Tuchel's name ever since he had initially got sacked from PSG. You know, I remember some of people were like, "Oh no, look what he did at PSG. He didn't do anything. He lost. He bottled the Champions League final and things like that, right?" And just look at him now. He bottled the Champions League final, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
PSG.
But you know what? His Bayern Munich, it was a 1-0 that Coleman header.
Yeah.
But if you look at that, they were the only team that came close to Bayern Munich that run of UCL.
Absolutely.
And his tactics were actually spot on that game as well. But you know that one goal in the final, it takes things away.
But also at PSG, he was never playing his system ever. He always had to play to Mbappe and pay that full.
Too many egos.
Exactly.
No, but
and then Dortmund. No. Exactly. No.
He could have got more, I think.
I don't think he could have because I think he had to play to the players that he had instead of the system he wanted to play. Because at Dortment, he always played three at the back. He
his Dortmund team
Sancho.
was nuts.
Just amazing. You know what I mean?
All right, just because we're at Dortmund, and of course yesterday, just shout out to Captain America. Thank you. Pulisic is back.
Yeah.
Yes,
Listen, and another person, before we forget about him, I know 2 weeks ago, whenever I was on the show, we were talking about Hudson-Odoi. Listen, man,
thank you.
That guy is stepping up. I mean, I know we haven't talked about this guy.
Mano. Don't.
Somebody wanted to loan him, right? Wait, somebody had to loan him out. Wait, hold on. I think so.
Hold on. Yeah. We need to ask that guy to say a few words about Hudson-Odoi. Please, Jacob, take the stage, man. Tell us something about
list out your apology. Put out your official Bruno Fernandes apology statement, please.
Guys, Josh was watching the game with me. I said, and I told him, bro, this guy has potential. I'm not joking. I never said he doesn't have potential.
Wait, we can't see. We see if you're bluffing or no, bro. Your video's
No,
off.
we can see it.
No, my video's on.
I see him.
Oh, is it?
No, I did not say he doesn't. I always said he has potential. Always. I never said he doesn't have. I know he's a great player, but it's more bad games than good games for me. For me personally.
Because he was out of position, bro.
That's
what I've been trying to tell you. Now look how he's playing in his position. That's the point I'm trying to make.
We need our players to be dynamic wherever you are.
Okay, but you can't expect the same output from him as a left winger versus a right wing back. It's two different things.
I'm not expecting him to score goals, give assists every day. No, I'm not. I don't care. My point, I need to see that on the pitch. Yes, yesterday was mind-blowing. He had a great game. Loved it. I have nothing wrong to say about him. But there are a lot more games where I feel that he can give in more. But I don't know what it is. Again, if you say it's solely because he's playing out of his position, fine. But I don't take that as an excuse for any of my players for that matter.
No,
did you like his performance yesterday?
But
his performance was good. I saw more of the ball. I saw him.
Yeah, but not just yesterday. This last few run of games before the international break.
But I'm saying overall, like I want him to start every game because I know he has space. I know he has trickery. I know he can move ahead with the ball. But he's a one-trick pony when he's off the right. By the way, one-trick pony.
Okay,
absolute. 1,000 one-trick pony.
There aren't that many players that can play out of position. There aren't too many players that can play out of position well. Like Reece James can play out of position well. Even Saka, guys like that can play out of position well. There's some guys that don't have that ability to put as much.
I agree. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh on him. I agree. I'm being a bit too critical, but I feel like I want to see more out of him. He's young. Like this is the best time he's learning. You cannot imagine how much he can learn under Tuchel. It's unbelievable. And I know he can only go upwards, and I want him to go upwards. And if a loan helps him, if him moving anywhere helps him, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? That's my point.
Jithin,
I have nothing against the boy.
Yeah.
In general.
No, Jithin, no, and I agree with you. And I think what is happening now, he's just getting a consistent run of games. Because when you play, especially when you keep moving out of position, once you play a certain position, you need to get into rhythm with who you're playing against, where the quick touches go, where's the space. He's finally getting that. And I think what he needed, and a lot of young players, sometimes during this age period of them, they need to get a consistent run of games to improve. And I think Tuchel has, getting the best of him right now. And now I think it's a lot more down to Hudson-Odoi for being consistent enough that he doesn't get kicked out of the starting lineup by somebody else. I think now it's solely up to him to keep like someone like maybe a Pulisic or a Ziyech or a Timo Werner when he comes back. He needs to cement himself right now for this opportunity that he's taken to stay over there.
We have 13 games coming up in the next 40 days, I think, 44 days, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to get tons of opportunity in these 13 games. And I want to see him grab all these opportunities, get a goal in, get an assist, get a couple of assists in. And I promise you guys, I will come back and say, I'm sorry. I read Cho wrong.
You won't have a choice.
But you have to give him a little bit of like cushion because he is super young still, so he's going to make those mistakes. So
no, fair enough. It's not even about the mistakes. For me, it is. Even yesterday, I think there was one pass that he could have made earlier, which he tried to take an extra touch, move ahead. He got tackled. Those are the things I want him to do. I want him to put
cut
more
out of his
effort
game, basically.
Just these couple of small things, and his game will get better. But this is what I'm more critical about is the effort on the pitch. Exactly like Tammy, I don't see much effort from Tammy. That's why I was critical. I don't see the enthusiasm, the hunger exactly that I want to see in them.
Jithin, could you quickly restart your video? I don't know if it's an issue on my end or if it's on.
I think it's on your end. I see him.
Okay. I just want to make sure it's in the recording. So
it's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
I have one last question for all you guys. You think Lukaku coming back from injury is going to go straight into the team?
100%.
100%.
Kai has not been. Kai has been filling in that role, but to be honest,
nobody can. Lukaku can.
However, listen, I'll tell you one thing that's going to be a problem once Lukaku comes in. Lukaku is the kind of striker who wants the ball. All right. Kai Havertz is the kind of the holding player over there who likes distributing the ball. So that's why I feel your wingers, your right wing backs get a lot more into the box. When Lukaku
that's what I was coming to, by the way.
Okay, fine. Because that's what I feel when Lukaku is there. The ball is a little too focused on him. But when like someone like a Kai Havertz, it's a lot more ball moving around a little bit more quicker, less of holding, and it's a lot more quicker to what I saw Chelsea when they first started.
But
the start of the year.
Play is pretty good.
That's what I was about to say as well.
It is
really good, man. But I feel it's just
and when Werner is back too.
Exactly, and Werner is back.
Like I feel right now Chelsea are in a better spot without Lukaku than with Lukaku in the team, to be honest. And like the goals have also been flowing in more without Lukaku.
That's why I'm coming. That's why I'm coming to you guys. It's not as easy as you said. Yes, for sure. Lukaku's coming.
Like, I don't think.
I don't know.
Come back like immediately.
No, it's more fluid without
like
Lukaku.
If Chelsea want to in the long run for the Premier League as well. It's just that.
Yeah, but
yes, for the long run, correct. It's 100 million investment for 5 years. That's how Chelsea fans. I don't know. That's how I would look at it. You're investing in 100 goals over his career, over the season, so he will come good. He is a world-class striker. So
absolutely.
if he doesn't come in right now, he will come in as the time goes by. But it's gonna take time for him to acclimatize. Also, especially being off with injury, they're in a good rhythm. The way Tuchel selects his teams, he might also say I don't know. But I remember last time when they had just got Lukaku, and there was a interviewer who asked him, listen, are you going to play? Yeah, obviously. You have Lukaku, one of the best strikers. I'm going to play him. So that could be a thing. As soon as he's back from injury, Tuchel might be like, hey, listen, it's Lukaku. Yeah. I got to get him in. So it's a tricky one over there.
His first game back, he might bring him on at halftime or
of course.
There's no way he doesn't come on for the United game. Impossible. Impossible. He's coming on and he's scoring 100%. He won't
Why are you talking about United? Why are you talking about United?
Because that's where we're moving to next.
That's our next game. That's our next game.
I want to talk about Man City.
Wait, hold on. I have I have one more thing to say about Chelsea.
There are more people on this panel than there are in Man City Stadium, bro.
I have one more thing to say about Chelsea.
Who's a City fan? Who's a City fan?
No one.
Oh, okay.
Who's
I
a
thought you
City
said something
I'm
about the
saying
City
in
fan.
general, in general.
Ah,
there are
okay. Fine. Fair. Yeah.
But okay, either way, we've gone a lot over. I think we need to cover United now. So we'll move on to 4-1 Watford, the home of SHEGZ.
Congratulations, by the way, guys. Congratulations.
And
SHEGZ, congratulations. Hometown.
It's a very sad day for football. It's a very sad day for football.
Well, for everyone else except United.
For rivals, you mean? For rivals.
For all the rival fans.
For the smart United fans, it was a great day for us. I'll be honest with you. Because, I've been saying this for the longest time. This guy needs to go. From when we were doing well, even last season, these guys have seen me in the group chat. I've been saying Ole needs to go for a long time. Like since last season. Not this season. Even when we came second and all that business, he needs to go because watching the game, we had no style, we had nothing. It was just like hope. It was just smash and inshallah, like something happens. It was like no, literally, that was our football. Like that was exactly our
shoot and inshallah, basically.
That's it. That is completely it. We had no system, no structure. I knew that he couldn't do it. So I think this last season he needs to go. So this season, all of this is not surprising. I think I'm really sad because I think we should have had Conte. I think they took too long, and now we're scrambling in the market. Like Ten
No,
Hag,
man, not Conte, not Conte, man, not Conte.
But
who would you guys take?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I wanted Conte.
Yeah, because
I thought somebody didn't want Conte.
Just like Ten Hag, like I think prizing getting him from Ajax where he's so embedded. They love him. He's
I don't
respected.
think that's gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. So who are the options? What Brendan Rodgers? No, thank you. Like he can stay in Leicester. Like Brendan who? So there's just no thank you. So like there's literally nobody else now. So now I feel like, and Zidane, I don't really want him because I think he's a cup coach. I think he inherited a fantastic Real Madrid system, setup, coaches, team, everything. I don't think he can replicate what he did at Real Madrid. And if he does at United, I'll be the first one to be like, this guy's incredible.
And you don't really want to go out and get him if he doesn't actually want the job. Like it's so clear that he doesn't want to be there. Like if you're just increasing his pay and stuff, he's going to be like, okay, whatever, I'll come in and do the job I can do. He's not fully motivated for that job. He doesn't want it like how Conte wanted it, right?
Exactly. So, I think we need to go and speak to what's his name? These teams, the Red Bull teams. I don't know how they're breeding their coaches or their new head of football.
German coaches.
Yeah, those German coaches that they keep getting in. Those exact style of coaches is the one we need to go and get. One of those I'm like 35, I failed when I was 16 in football, but now I'm deep at tactics. So one of those guys we need to go and sign from.
I don't think that's a United signing. I think United
we need to go to like
a big name. I think the fans want a big name, and I think
I think they need a big name though. After having all they need someone with like.
But guys, there is
loads of experience.
There is no big name.
Not even big name, but someone that can compete with those three coaches, man. Like tactically, like you can have a small name, whatever, and not have but you should have that tactical capability.
That's what they should have, but I don't know if they will go for that. You know what I mean? Like SHEGZ said, they need to go and find these 35, 40-year-old German coaches or whatever it is. I don't think that's United's way. I mean,
guys, Lampard is free,
but I don't think
he's going to be free as well.
Everybody who laughs, you're getting a bomb in the mail. Every one of you guys who just laughed, I guess getting Lampard.
Listen.
Lampard.
Listen.
Trash guard.
Now that we've reached here, Lampard has achieved as much as Ole has in half the time that Ole has done. And if SHEGZ, I know you may disagree with me, and I would love to hear how you can convince me that Ole has achieved more than Lampard in his tenure. So
wait, I have a math equation for you. What does 0 + 0 equal? Because both of them achieved nothing.
Exactly my point.
No.
So it doesn't matter.
I would take this from anybody else but an Arsenal fan. Like you can't just open your mouth and say things like that as an Arsenal.
Wait, we have
Because
an FA Cup. We have an FA Cup still.
Oh, fantastic! Clap for yourselves.
Here, I'm
Where-
holding
like, where have you finished in any other tournament except the domestic FA Cup? Joke team.
I mean,
you guys have come like
No.
didn't you guys come like in double digits? What are the seeds like?
Listen. Arteta has won the Arteta Oli Lampard debate, so we'll give them that. Give them that. But SHEGZ, please explain to me.
Okay. Look. I think agreed, and we can all agree that nobody won the trophies. We'll take it. So it means that our comparison cannot be based on trophies. Is that correct?
Sure.
Okay. So if it's not, and then we look at what positions did we finish over the 10 years?
Okay.
We look at how far did they get in all the cup competitions?
Okay.
Europa League final and semi-final for, was it FA Cup, or just one of those basic cups that we like hand out as charity to like Arsenal. One of those cups. How far did we get in those? We got further than Chelsea did. So all of these, and I think our board was slow to fire him.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think he should have left on a high last season when we came second. Because after that he could have got whatever job he wanted. He could have gone to Barcelona. He could have gone anywhere he wanted. Do you know what I mean? Like he actually could have. But now he stayed, and now he's been exposed for how trash he is. So now he probably won't get a job except to go back to like Mulder or some other club like that. So more of the story.
Walmart.
So can I explain my point now?
Sure.
Okay. So first of all, Oli came into the job with 13 years of coaching experience. Okay. Wherever it was. No, hold on. Please let me finish. Give me a second. Please let me finish, right?
Okay.
Wherever it was, Molde or he had
in the Premier League.
Okay, hold on. He also had an assistant role at United, did he not? Like one of the coaching roles at United?
Reserve coaches. He was a reserves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's put into context Lampard's coaching experience, okay? No prior assistant coaching at all. No academy, no reserves, nothing, okay? His first year in coaching, he takes the Derby role, right? And he takes them to a playoff championship, right? So he comes into the Chelsea job, right? We all know how demanding the Chelsea job is, with 1 year of coaching experience, okay? And he loses Lampard, who contributed to 49% of the goals in that team the previous season. He has a transfer. Hazard, sorry. He has a transfer ban, so he cannot bring in players, okay? He brings in Joe Edwards and Jody Morris, who bring in the youth players into the team, integrates that, and achieves top 4 in his first season, right? And an FA Cup final, okay? The next season, he improved the squad. He was backed, right? Spent 200 million, got in those players.
How much
He
did
didn't improve the squad. He improved the squad. You mean literally in terms of money, or he improved the squad as development?
The squad roster. He improved the squad roster.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah. And the moment he slacked.
How much did he spend again in that transfer window? No.
Don't worry, I'll go over your figures as well. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, but 200 million in one window.
Yeah.
Okay. After spending 0 the previous window, so just give me a second, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the first slip up in like how many games was it? 11, 12 games, 15 games, something like that. The first slip up, he sacked. Okay. Now let's move on to Oli, right? Oli inherits a squad that finished second the previous season. Okay. They were in a terrible position when he came in. I'll put everything into context. Okay, hold on. So
Mourinho was coach.
Give me a second. It doesn't matter who was coach.
Who's the coach?
Just give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. He inherits a squad that finished second previously. Okay. They have a manager bounce. They struggle to make top 4. Okay. They just miss out on top 4. Then he's backed in the window with 80 million Harry Maguire, 50 million Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 15 million Dan James, right? The next season, he finishes third, 1 point ahead of Lampard. 1 point ahead of Lampard. Okay?
Potato. 1 point.
Okay. So Lampard is sacked that season. The next season, Oli gets more chances. He goes on a roller coaster. He slumps. He's given a chance. He comes back up. He slumps. He's given a chance. He comes back up. Gets knocked out of Champions League. Goes into Europa League. So let's not give any credit for Europa runs over here, first of all. Okay?
Wait, how can you not?
Hold on. Let me finish.
Got knocked out of the Champions League.
He got knocked out of Champions League. The target was Champions League, not Europa. Okay. So he gets knocked out there. He's given his chance to continue, right? He goes up, he finishes second, right? 7 points ahead of Chelsea, 5 points ahead of Liverpool that were full of injuries. Okay. Now he bottles Europa League. He bottles your FA Cup,
How
Kappa.
can you say he bottles Europa League when he got to the final?
He didn't win.
So getting to the final means
you're telling me your squad doesn't have enough to beat Villarreal in a final?
Wait, hold
you
on,
need to
mate,
go to penalties.
Hold on, mate. Are you saying a final is bottling it? Is that your context?
With that equation,
I mean, with the team, with the team that United had, it is bottling the final, bro.
Yeah.
However way you look at
SHEGZ, however, this came from a coach's mouth who said that the team is not ready to win anything.
Look, there
was a coach, Lampard. Do you remember when Lampard said that? He said your team is not ready to win anything.
Yeah.
So
and then Tuchel came along with his Tuchel.
Absolutely. You know, guys, we're trying to polish a turd. All right, honestly, we're trying to polish a turd. None of these coaches are good enough at all either.
Okay, so
they're not.
Right. So back to my point. How has Ole achieved more than Lampard when he was just given more time by the board to show the same shit that he did for the time Lampard was there?
Listen, I agree with you. Listen, both of them are not good coaches. Ole is just given more credit because of us as Manchester United fans. And yes,
second, third, final.
Bro, listen, third, fourth, all achieve the same thing.
Exactly.
What does it matter?
Only get
what does it matter?
And also, when you talk about spending, since the time Ole's come in to the league, he has spent the most amount of money, 387 million.
480 million. Sorry, 480 million. Let me correct you. 480.
Right. The figures I saw was 387 million. Right. So he spent the most money. He's won 0 trophies. Right.
Yeah.
He's finished second. That is why he was not. That is why he was not let go. When you said right, he should have left on a high. How are you going to sack the guy who came in second? You're not going to sack the guy. You're going to back the guy. Right?
I wouldn't back him. I didn't want to back him.
Yeah,
no, but
how can you say that he's achieved more than Lampard if you yourself are not going to back him?
So hold on. I think like it's like what Maranol said. We're both trying to polish turds.
Yeah.
Like they're both tactically rubbish.
Yeah,
they are.
They should be like they are a great tactical fit for Arsenal. You know, or one of those garbage teams.
They have both the same. That's why.
Hold on. Unai Emery did as much as Ole in one season. Okay,
Unai Emery. Why you? Hey, man, this guy's just winding you up, man.
Emery got kicked out of Champions League and lost in the Europa League finals. Okay, so let's not talk.
Guess who scored, SHEGZ?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. My stream is like 4 minutes late.
Okay, so back to my point. Is that both have achieved the same thing and Lampard has done it in half the time. So SHEGZ, now do you agree or no?
Okay. No, because he never came second, he never came third. And
it does
he never
not
got to any finals.
Second, third, or fourth, bro. Look at where you are.
He came top 4.
No, but guys.
You gotta give credit. You gotta give credit to Ole for getting it. See, listen, as much as I hate him,
but that's not an achievement. But it's not an achievement. Is my point. How is that an achievement?
No, but that kind
of
has...
an achievement if you're going to end up with all the superstars like Lampard did, with all the signings like Lampard did.
It is an achievement. It is an achievement, but how is it more of an achievement for Ole versus Lampard finishing fourth? How is it more of an achievement?
Okay, I think if Lampard had time, he would never have come second.
That's a hypothetical. Hold on. If my grandmother had balls, she would be my grandfather. But we're not doing ifs and buts.
It's not even close.
We're stating facts over
here. It's not even close. No.
I don't want hypotheticals.
That makes no sense. This makes no sense.
Hold on.
Guys,
we did these hypotheticals with Ronaldo and Antonio for team of the season, and Ronaldo doesn't even have the most C's in the Premier League. Townsend has 1 and Ronaldo has 0. So we're not doing hypotheticals.
Listen.
We're not doing these hypotheticals. We're doing facts.
Ole was manager at Chelsea. He would have been sacked at the same time.
See, I fully agree.
Exactly.
So
just
I
because
think
it's
our
United
boards.
for longer, you cannot say.
No. But
boys,
look. If we look at those.
Wait, hold on. We have Jithin saying something.
Okay.
I think it was me. I was just trying to say remember literally 2 episodes ago, us coming in second was the worst thing that could have happened to us. And I kept trying to imply the fact is because we kind of overrated the skills of Ole.
It papered a lot of cracks.
Absolutely. All right. And this is now, as much as I'm glad that Ole is gone, I don't know how to feel. I'm not really happy because I see us going back in the same circle where Jose was gone. We had an interim manager. Interim manager went for all that period, then got the contract. If you see where we are right now, it's the same case. How does a board not see beforehand that he's going to be in trouble and have a backup plan in case things go upside down? They give him a contract.
Yeah, the timing of the contract. Crazy.
The only difference is that whoever's going to come in now is going to have a squad.
I understand, but it doesn't.
But who is going to come in now?
What is exactly? But this is what I mean. I think the board is the incompetency of the board. That why did we keep him after Watford? We had 2 weeks to settle a coach. We knew he wasn't good enough. So now we're back in a situation where, because they thought, okay, you know what, we're going to beat Watford. There's a huge quick run of games. The fans will not say anything. But when they saw that result against Watford, it was a panic. So this is what I'm saying. Our club is not being run correctly. We knew that after an interim role, that was fine. We could see the signs of things not working out after a few good moments where we had our first few games 4-0. Then we had that game against PSG. But once he got that, once they said that, okay, he's going to be the permanent manager. If you saw the last 2 months of that season, his first season, right? Right from the interim role, we were struggling. We were actually on a downward spiral, but it was like, okay, you know what? Let's give him time. I just think we should have, at that point, at that end of the interim role, just got a new coach. But now we're getting so close back to the cycle of interim manager, and a new coach. We're literally writing off the season with a squad like this. How can you do that? That's such incompetency from a board, man.
And not only that, it's going to be a snowball effect, because then what's going to happen if Ronaldo doesn't qualify for UCL? What is going to happen with Pogba's contract? Just gave Bruno a new contract. And you need a DM, and it's like a whole. That's why I said that. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, Carrick, McKenna, and McPhelan were the 3 people who were the coaches under Ole, and they're still in the role right now. Ole wasn't doing the coaching. So what am I to be happy against? He's gone. Okay. However, we're going into Villarreal. Next week we have Chelsea. Arsenal right after that. Listen, we're going to still be playing with Carrick and McKenna. We need a proper coach. We need an elite coach. We cannot be dealing with these amateurs, man.
Maranol, let's just play with the board, okay? Somebody's going to get appointed tomorrow at 12 p.m. and all this will go away. I'm saying this. No, I don't even think so. Hence why I'm saying it in this tone, because it's absolute trash. God, the board's a joke. So look,
it's a joke, but this is the thing.
I thought Ed Woodward quit. This guy's still there, hanging around at Old.
And this is what I mean. He's out here giving contracts.
I think he quit from January or something. He quit in January.
He was last January or something.
Guys, we are the worst run club for a club of our stature. We're the worst run club, man.
I'd give that to Barcelona. Barcelona, but you guys have
good competition with Barcelona.
And what the club wants us to do is believe in some kind of sentiment, and that's what we had with Ole. The board was hiding behind Ole. All right, the sentiment that the fans have for him. If Mourinho was in the same situation as Ole, the fans would have booed him, and they did, right? But because it was Ole, everybody was like, give him time. He needs a CDM. No one said the same things for Jose. No one said the same things for Van Gaal. No one even said the same things for giving Moyes time. Do you see what I mean? And the club put a spin on it.
Plot twist. I think Moyes should come back. I think we should slip in whatever tiny wages.
He's sitting so comfortable. Why would he jeopardize his
job? I think Moyes should come back. Swap deal. Antonio come to United and Ronaldo goes.
No. Listen. No, but this is the issue. We need managers with experience. We need managers with Champions League experience.
Just 1 minute. Maranol, sorry. Bert, I have to leave.
Yeah,
You guys carry on.
Yeah, you go ahead and we'll wrap up right
peace.
quickly after.
Love.
See you.
I really wish Ole was on Saturday. Was there playing against Chelsea on Saturday, but unfortunate.
Yo, listen, Carrick is at the wheel. Carrick's at the wheel apparently, so he might get
I'm more worried about Carrick than Ole, by the way. Not gonna lie.
It's the same thing. Yo, this is all the spider.
Guys, carry on with the call. Love, peace, enjoy.
Peace, take it, bro.
Yeah. We're over an hour too, so we'll have to wrap things up quickly. But do you guys want to leave on any last?
Yes.
SHEGZ, I want to apologize for cutting you off earlier.
Oh, I don't mind. My ego is big. I'm a United fan. We're used to it. but anyway, I actually want to do a shout out to Man City, even though they're like my mortal enemies. But I don't know what kind of football they are playing right now. They're doing this 80% possession and beating people like 3-0. Like the 2-0 they gave us literally looked good on paper, but it should the quality of that win was worse than the Liverpool one. It's like 6 or 7-0. We couldn't touch the ball. It's ridiculous.
SHEGZ, I don't know if you had this in your high school, but in PT class you'd play boys against girls in basketball, right? The guys would just keep the basketball away. That's what they did against us. They absolutely just kept it away from us, and we didn't know what to do. We were just running around like chickens with our head cut off. It was embarrassing. They are in peak form right now. This is the kind of coaches we're going against, man. You cannot be taking just random coaches, man. Maybe a Ralph Ragnick, Ten Hag. For me, Zidane definitely, because you cannot discredit 3 Champions League back to back. You cannot. No one who has done that. 3 Champions Leagues, man. There's no way.
Bro, to be honest, I don't feel Zidane is a good match for United, man. No doubt he won the Champions League, bro, but he had the full team set up for him, bro, to be honest, in Madrid.
And so is this. We have the team. We have the team set up, man. You saw when Van de Beek came in.
Bro, the thing is, with Madrid, the defense was so strong. Yeah, he doesn't have that. You'll have fucking Maguire for 80 million.
I know, but
who's getting 80 million red cards every week?
Listen, man. Listen. Hey, listen, Johnny. Hey, Johnny. Listen. Jokes aside, what I'm saying is, a good coach finds a system. A good coach finds a system. Tuchel found a system. Rudiger was on his way out. Am I right in saying that? Rudiger was on his way out. I mean, what he made that team look, everybody was like, now they're like, Real Madrid is coming looking for Rudiger. So it's not about, sometimes the system makes players look better. All right? Think of the Klopp system. He took you guys to the final with man's like, who's that on the left back? Arbeloa? Was it Arbeloa on the left wing?
No.
Moreno, man. Are you mad, bro? Are you mad? Come on, bro. Are you serious? Come on. He took you guys to the final with a dead squad. Squad, man.
But to be fair, we had Van Dijk from the second half of the season. So he was playing in the final.
I'm talking about the season where y'all went directly to the final, and I believe Salah got injured that season. Y'all did
the Champions League final.
Exactly.
Yeah, we did have Van Dijk, bro. We did have Van Dijk.
Not when Salah was there. Was it?
No, he was.
I don't believe Salah was there.
They got Van Dijk, if I'm not, or
because
we got him in Jan. We got him in Jan.
I think they got them the season after. Van Dijk
He took them to 2 finals, basically. They got Alisson and they got Van Dijk later in that year.
Yeah, it was the same season that Arsenal got Mustafi.
Oh, was it?
Yep. I'm telling you, he had a season where he took some dead ballers. Was it Lucas Leiva on that team? Maybe, probably too. At that point, he had some dead ballers, man. I'm serious. I mean, if we actually look it up, he had some dead players performing way over what they were supposed to perform, and that's what I think is happening on defense. I don't think Maguire is a great defender. I think he's overrated. However, in a good system, he will play well. You got Bailly, you got Lindelof, you got Varane, you got
Fred.
You got Fred. You got. I forget about. Listen, allow it. No. Allow it, bro. Don't let me slip, bro. McToenails. No. Keep him away from the squad, man. We have a good squad, and all I'm saying is you need a good coach to realize and use them correctly, and that's where I'm getting at. Because at the end of the day, a good coach will always get the best out of his players. Look what Tuchel is doing. Look what Pep is doing. Look what who's the other guy? Klopp is doing, obviously. I forgot about him because
you said Klopp so many times.
Jithin told me to forget about Klopp. I forgot about him. But you see, And I mean, if you see even Conte, now he's in the league. Look what Steven Gerrard was able to do in his first game. Look what Dean Smith, after he went to Norwich, how they were playing. Do you see what I mean? A good coach will always get a lot more of his players. Top coaches keep them consistent. That's what they do, and that's what we need, consistency. Because with a lot of our coaches, we're just inconsistent because they were past their time. Louis van Gaal was past his time. Jose Mourinho was past his time. All right. Ole is just Ole. It's vibes and passion. That's it. You know, we need a proper coach to coach these players. We get that. I'm telling you, we can get something out of the season, because from what looks right now, I don't even think we're making top 4. Honestly, if we don't change our coaches.
My biggest problem talking to a lot of United fans, not you and not SHEGZ, to be honest, is every single time there's an excuse. We need this guy. We need this guy. This year we need a CDM. Last year we need a Sancho. Year before that we need this guy, this guy, this guy. Every single time there's always been that excuse. And I think for the last 3 or 4 seasons, you've had a good enough team to compete for top 2, top 3, top 4, and you've had a good enough team to get further in Champions League than getting.
Which we got top 2 and top 3 in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, like, there's always an excuse.
Trophies in the cabinet, second place.
Exactly. You had a good enough team to win that Europa League final last season.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Bro, if Mourinho could win it with Smalling and Phil Jones at centre back, we don't need to hear any excuses, bro. Come on.
I'm telling you. Thank you. And Johnny, the other thing is, think about last season. You guys didn't have a whole back line, man. He was playing with kids at the back. He played Fabinho at the back, which emptied your creativity in midfield. Still, what position did you guys end up in last season?
Third.
Third. And do you think with those injuries, y'all could have done that with another coach like Ole or Lampard? Do you think that would happen?
No chance, right?
No chance. And this is what I mean. Coaching is so important.
That's the thing. You know, last season when we had those injuries, Klopp didn't take the chance with the kids in the beginning. He tried to play Henderson and Fabinho. He changed the defensive partnership like at least, I don't know, 8 to 9 times.
Absolutely.
During those 8 to 9 games. He wasn't finding the right balance. He wasn't playing the right players. Then suddenly one game there was a clean sheet, and then he just stuck with those 2 players. And from that game onwards, there
was Nat Phillips and Reece Williams.
Yeah,
those guys.
Yeah.
But a good coach experiments
and
like that.
Like Alisson scoring that header from that corner, like what the hell was that, man?
SHEGZ.
That was like totally out.
Yeah, but you guys were on a run, John. You guys were on a freaking run. Like, you had the last, I think, 4 games y'all needed to win, and y'all won all 4 of them, correct? So y'all were on a good run at that period.
That's what I'm saying. We had even luck on our side, bro, to be fair. Because if Alisson wouldn't have scored that goal,
luck, man. You create your own luck. I always believe that. You create your own luck. That's what Fergie would always say. The last 5 minutes, we're pushing inside the box. We're going to get crosses in, and that's how we're going to score. You know, you got to create your own luck. You got to create your chance, and that's what you need to do. Top-class coaches die on their sword in terms of their philosophy, not on a double pivot of Fred and McTominay. You see what I mean? And this is what it is. This is the difference between coaching and running around. Is good coaches stick to a problem. You know what's crazy, SHEGZ? I don't know if you noticed it. We were getting pammed. I'm talking about pammed by Watford. All right? We should have been down 4-0. Halftime, all right? Before the game, there's a lot of talk of, Van de Beek has been doing good in training. What does he do? Oh, no, he's not going to start Van de Beek. 2-0 down, he brings in Van de Beek. And you know what? For me as a fan, maybe I underappreciated Van de Beek. He's such a good professional. I wouldn't think of him as a player who would put the team on his back. When he came in, man, the guy was driving the full game, creating chances. Actually, we could have actually won.
You know what's so crazy? What's so crazy? The last goal of the Ole era was scored by Van de Beek.
Absolutely. Poetic justice.
The guy who's been tied down.
That's what you call it. Poetic justice.
Wait. As much as you want to say all of that, he doesn't get into the team. Like how? Like what system do we play?
Who?
No.
Van de Beek?
Yeah, but how? Who do you drop? Okay, so drop who?
Fred.
McTominay.
Okay, if you drop Fred or McTominay,
yeah,
and we're leaking goals with Fred and McTominay, defensively, those 2 guys are better than Van de Beek. We are
How do we know? How do we know?
throwing goals? Because VDB was a cam at Ajax. He's been playing tiki-taka all his life. He can't come and suddenly be a CDM at
Pogba
United.
is a cam. He was playing CDM with
No. Pogba was a CM at Juventus. He's always played box to box. That's always been Pogba's game. VDB was a cam. It's like playing Bruno Fernandes as suddenly as a CDM and expecting him to stop goals going in.
So you know what? Bruno has to get dropped then.
Fine.
Okay, Bruno gets dropped. Fine. No, Bruno gets dropped because he's the person. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is a good coach will get all the players on the same page. He'll figure out a system, man. And yes, the reason we're thinking of a CDM because all we've been thinking about, we don't have a CDM. That's why we're leaking goals. We have 4 freaking defenders. We spent on a center back and a right wing back, and we're still leaking goals. But it was not because of CDM at that time. We kept leaking goals even before that. Most of the goals we're conceding is on set pieces. It's not even right through the middle. It's through set pieces. So we can't really say it's because of lack of a CDM. It's because we don't know how to defend. We're not organized. We're not coached right. We don't know how to play from the back. If you saw how Arteta has Arsenal playing, the players know where to be before the ball gets there. The reason Maguire doesn't know, I am telling you, you can see. If you see the off-the-ball movement, the players know where they're supposed to be. Maguire is just dilly-dallying on the ball. That's why he lost the ball to Cleverly. And he has the nerve. He has the nerve of taking that captain's armband and throwing it down. Are you serious? Are you serious? They needs to be stripped of that captain's armband, man. He's a disgrace of the captaincy of United, man. He's a disgrace, man. You know, we had captains like Roy Keane, all right?
Speaking of
broke SHEGZ.
Go ahead.
Remember Roy Keane? He almost broke, I think, Erling Haaland's dad's leg the one time from a tackle, and he got a red card for that. He never threw. He was all angry. He took his armband and he gave it to the other captain. You see what I mean? And you have this guy over here scoring against Albania, against farmers, against people who work in the markets in the day job with this. Are you mad? Come on, man. And that's our captain? He's not my captain, bro. He's not my captain, man.
But on that note,
Maguire, man, big head. 80 million for a fridge, man. 80 million for a fridge. Leicester built a new stadium with that money. Did you see Leicester's training facility? We bought a fridge.
Check this out.
Another stat.
Check this out. Maguire 80 million. Conte and Chilwell 75 million to Chelsea from Leicester.
Done no.
We already know that he's not good. Like he's not worth the money. It's fine. We understand.
I don't know if you know.
Smarter deals, smarter business. Chelsea board.
I want to tell you one thing. I don't think you realize. You know, Mike Phelan used to coach, right, in the Premier League. Do you know which team he coached for?
No idea.
He used to coach for Hull City. You know who used to play on his in his defensive line?
Yeah, Maguire.
They got relegated that season. That's the connection.
And
this guy, we bring old ass Mike Phelan from Australia, brings in this fridge, overrated, and Ole, the golem, gives him the freaking armband.
Maranol, I think you need to go.
I'm just
okay. We have to wrap things up, guys.
Last thing. How about player manager Ronaldo?
I'm all for it.
I'm back 2 months ago.
Nah, man. Yo, I'm trading. Sue.
Okay, guys, we're done. All right, thank you, John and Maranol for coming on to get you guys again sometime soon. Chelsea United next week, big game. We have to cover that as well next week. Peace and love, guys. Thanks for watching.
Jithin, sorry, Burton. I think we should maybe do a little preview because we got a couple of Chelsea fans and Man United fans. I think it'll be nice having a little preview and select like a team lineup of who gets on the team. You know, so
you know what? We'll try to do that before the game. Maybe like if we can record Saturday or something because we run for time.
Let's see, boys. Yep, definitely. Just a shout, boys.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, guys. Again, peace and love. Share.
Bye, boys. Yeah, big up. Thanks for having me again, boys. Peace out.
Ding dong, always gone.
Dilly dong. Carrick at the wheel.
Always at the wheel.